Good afternoon, students. Class 12 Commerce. I hope you are all right at home, but keeping the sense that you will have to appear in the final examination. So please concentrate your mind to study and prepare for the final exam. Now, today I will give you some examples, mathematical examples of aggregate demand and aggregate supply. I have already explained so many methods. Today I will give you some sums. You have to calculate with me. Find incremental investment when equilibrium GDP gross domestic product increases by rupees 50,000 crore. And half of additional income is always saved in the economy. Now you have to calculate the sum. Is there anybody? So you have to calculate the sum. What is the sum? Find incremental investment when equilibrium gross domestic product increases by rupees 50,000 crores. What do you mean by this? It means gross domestic product in short it is called GDP. You know it, and it is national income. Okay? So gross domestic product is equal to GDP is equal to national income. So find incremental investment. Incremental investment means delta I. Why delta I? Why delta I? That is increment. Delta indicates increment. In any case, it may be delta I, it may be delta Y, it may be delta S, it may be delta C, whatever it may be. So it is called delta I. Delta means small change in investment. So find in incremental investment. You have to find this. When equilibrium gross domestic product increased by rupees 50,000, now your delta Y is equal to rupees 50,000. This task is given. When gross domestic product increases by, why you are not taking only Y? Why you are taking delta Y? So gross domestic product, GDP means I have already written here national income. So increased GDP means increased Y, that is national income, is rupees 50,000 crore. 50,000 crore. And half of the additional income is always saved in the economy. So saving is S, and as it is delta Y, so it must be delta save, that is saving is done out of the increased income. Out of the increased income, saving is done. So delta S is the increased in saving. So these are the data given here physically. I am written here. Now I hope you can do the sum. So I am removing this part in order to calculate it. Now what do you mean by MPS? What do you mean by MPS? What is the full form of MPS? Marginal propensity to save. MPS means, I have told you several times during my previous lecture. So MPS is the marginal propensity to save. What do you mean by this? This means that with the increase of income, the propensity to save increases accordingly out of the increased income. Therefore, delta S is the increased saving out of the increased income. So MPS is equal to, by formula, it is del S by del Y. Del S by delta Y. Is it? Now half of the increased income is increased saving. So delta Y is equal to 50,000 given here, 50,000 crore. So half of delta Y is equal to 50,000 into 1 by 2, that is 25,000, is equal to 25,000. This is the value of delta S. This is the value of delta S, 25,000. Mark it please. 25,000. Now delta S by delta Y, if I calculate this, then value of MPS, delta S is 25,000, right? And delta Y is 50,000. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 25, 1, 2 is equal to 1 by 2, that is MPS is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5. So, value of MPS is 0.5. Value of MPS is 0.5. I am removing it. I am removing it for the further calculation to get space. Okay. Again, multiplier. Is equal to K is equal to 1 by 1 minus MPC. 1 by 1 minus MPC and is equal to 1 by MPS. Why it is MPS? Can anybody say? Why MPS? Because you know MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. Therefore, MPS is equal to 1 minus MPC. I am just replacing 1 minus MPC by MPS. So, it is correct. Is it correct? I think so. Now, we know that K is equal to 1 by MPS, and again K is equal to delta Y by delta I. Delta Y by delta Y, that is increment of income divided by increment of investment. If I do the cross multiplication, delta I is equal to delta Y by delta K by K. Delta I is equal to what we find? 50,000 by 2. I have done it. Is equal to 25,000. I have done it. Now, my question was, half of additional income is always find incremental investment. So, incremental investment is rupees 25,000. This is the answer. I hope you can realize. Our question was to find out delta I. Now, I am finding it out. I think there is no question. The second one. Complete 6 marks question. If you can do, you will get 6 out of 6. An economy is in equilibrium. Now, calculate marginal propensity to save from the following data given. From the following data. A, income is equal to 10,000. Rupees 10,000, suppose crore. Rupees, all rupees. B, C bar is equal to 500 and C is equal to 8,000. C is equal to 8,000. Now you have to calculate marginal propensity to save, MPS. We know that C is equal to C bar plus By. C bar plus By. C bar is given 500. You know what is C bar? You know what is C bar? C bar is the autonomous consumption. Autonomous consumption means the consumption a consumer consumes, the amount of consumption a consumer consumes even if his income is zero. If his income is zero, even his income is zero, he consumes something in order to survive in this world. So this is called autonomous consumption, without which no person can survive in this world. Therefore, C bar is given and C is also given. Now it is C is 500. So C is equal to 500 C bar. B, what is B? Can you say what is B? MPC, marginal propensity to consume. B is called MPC, marginal propensity to consume, and Y is 10,000. Okay. So, or C is equal to, what is the value of C? 8,000. So 8,000 is equal to 8,000 equal to 5,000, 500 plus MPC. Value of MPC is 500. No, it is not C. Into Y means 10,000. So 0.75. Okay? Is there anyone? I think no. So I am removing it. This chapter is closed. This chapter is closed. Now we'll start the next chapter. I think it is full employment. Full employment. Full employment can be achieved when AD is equal to AS. AD is equal to AS. What is AD? Aggregate demand. That is the total demand created by the people of a country in a particular financial year is called aggregate demand. But with sufficient purchasing power, you can demand more and more, but without any purchasing power, and that is not demand in economics. I demand to purchase a plane, but I have no money in my pocket. Can I purchase this? Is it my demand? No. Demand is that which can be materialized with sufficient purchasing power. With sufficient purchasing power. If it is not defended by purchasing power, then demand is not demand at all. It is imagination. Like my imagination to purchase this building without money in my pocket or bank account, then it is not demand. So according to the demand, supply is created. But with fixed price. If the price is so much that it goes beyond the purchasing power of the buyers, then it is not possible for the supplier to supply a commodity. So, in a particular price which covers the cost of production as well as the normal profit, then the commodities will be supplied. And this can also be noted as S is equal to I. Saving is equal to investment. This might be S and I is identical. In two approaches, aggregate demand and aggregate supply can be explained in connection with the equilibrium of national income, and that decides the employment opportunity in the country. Employment opportunity of the country. If the country has the economic power to create employment by supplying something and making demand. If supply is done, no income, so demand will not be created. So in order to equate AD is equal to AS, the steps should be given by the economy, by the government, right? So, thank you very much. I will discuss it in the next class because ma'am is here to take another class. Thank you.